Can you guys hear me? Alright, so I am at my favorite place in the world. I'm at this skate park. I just arrived. You might be confused. It's a little bit late. Right now the sky is really beautiful. It's a little bit late. The reason I'm here this late at the skate park is because I'm going to be spending the week here. Because of COVID, back in the city, the basketball court that we used to skate is closed down and there's no spots to skate. And so I have no other choice than to just stay here at the skate park. Hello, this is the next morning. The weather is really nice. Temperature is very good. It's not cold at all. Expect it's about 20 degrees out here. Possibly 19 degrees, somewhere there. So fairly warm. And I think I slept for about 6 hours last night. I forgot to bring in water before I sleep, and so I think I wake up at about 5 in the morning and I started hallucinating a little bit. I'm fine now, but I wasn't this morning. I'm gonna do some stretching, which I always do, and then I'm gonna go for a early morning skate session. This coffee is really good. It's really fresh. Look at that. Look at these rails. So the flat bar is and this hubba, this down ledge, basically, yeah, the hubba and the flat bar are two of the things that I want to learn how to skate properly while I'm here, because I think I'm kind of behind a little bit on skating rails. I'm not that good at them, as well as skating down some stuff. Like, that's super scary for me, and so I wanna get over that fear. Stretching is really important. I can't emphasize enough on how important stretching is for skating. The reason I'm doing these stretches is because of a physical back condition that I had. I discovered it when I was 18. It's called anterior pelvic tilt, and so I need to stretch my hip flexors on a daily basis. The thing is, when you stretch before you skate, you loosen up and you don't really need to warm up. After the session, I went back to the place to cook. Also decided to clean out the water filter so that I don't die of dehydration in the following nights. And then I made myself a cup of coffee, have a little sip of it at breakfast. I also took a little bit of an online class, do some classworks, and I'm back here in the park now. So the schedule for today is I'm gonna film a freestyle tutorial, like the intermediate freestyle trick tips that I never continued. I'm gonna film that here today, and I'm gonna just skate all day pretty much. That's pretty much the mission for today, I suppose. So I've been practicing my front boards, like frontside board slides, for quite a bit now. I have repeatedly do frontside board slides for like an hour or something like that today, and I think I've kind of improved. So like 2 weeks ago, this is how my front board naturally looked. Nope, not like that. Kind of like that. So I just sort of tapped like the very end of the rail. And front boards in particular kind of freak me out. I can do backside board slides fairly well. Frontside board slides kind of freak me out because you're kind of like sliding backwards and you can't see where you're going, and you also have to lean back as you're sliding back, and so that's really terrifying. But I've been working to overcome that fear, and I also have a fear of rails in general, so it's kind of tough, but I've been working on it, and I'll let you be the judge of if I have improved or not. Okay, so before I just sort of tap the note at the end of the rail. Now my front boards kind of look like this. I think there's a bit of an improvement. Like my front boards don't look good. They still don't look good, but it's better than just tapping the end of the rail. I think so. Like I do recognize that I have more of a hard time overcoming fears than the average person. Like I've had cases where I tried tricks for like hours upon end, and then someone else comes along and then just does it, not because they understand the trick technically better than I do, but more so because they're just more fearless. Whereas me, I know exactly what I'm supposed to do, I just don't have the guts to do it, you know. Oh my god. So like recently I learned that if I can just eliminate the fear, I'm usually far more capable than I think. So I think it's the same case here in the board slide. As I slide backwards, leaning backwards this way, if I can commit to that without any fear, I think I might already have front boards on lock. So I'm still working on trying to get that fear out of the way. Oh my god. See, I locked onto that perfectly well. The only issue was that I wasn't leaning backwards. Okay, so let's just try and lean backwards completely. No fear. Oh yeah. I think I sort of have it figured out. I'm gonna change the angle real quick. I think we can sort of see an improvement on just that session. Like the first one I did when I started filming was way more horrible than the one that I just did. The one that I just did was, I would dare say, sort of textbook. Oh my god, that was so bad. Yes, I think that was, I'm happy with that. That felt exactly the way I wanted to feel. Yeah. Usually when I do the front board, you know, I usually sort of slide like this, sort of like this, and I lack the courage to sort of tweak out this way. And I just figured out how to do it. I'm so thankful. Ah, man. Yeah, I'm definitely coming back to spend more time on this skate park, even after I go back home. Oh man, today was such a gnarly day. I'm so glad that I finally got over the fear of like committing to the front board. I learned the backside version, the backside board slide, like 6 years ago, and when I tried to do the front side version, I was just terrified of it, and throughout the years I just couldn't overcome the fear. It's like after 6 years of work, I finally got what I wanted. Such an amazing feeling. I love this feeling, man. Feeling of progress, no matter how slow it might be. It's always amazing. Look at the sky. The sun has kind of gone down, but I don't know if the camera can capture the beauty of this, but the mountains are blue, but it's also kind of tinted red by the sun, so it's kind of purplish. And the sky itself is all clear and it's like no clouds, and the air is really fresh. Man, what an experience. So yeah, this is pretty much it for the first day, I guess. I don't know how I'm gonna continue filming it, but thanks for watching this far. I hope you keep watching. I am trying to make this video as best as I can. I got some rather bizarre news last night. I got a couple of phone calls and find out that the State Sports Council wants to see me. Last year, before I went to Bangalore for Jugaad, I asked the State Sports Council for financial support. They were unable to give me the support at the time, but now they can, so they want to give it to me anyways. I don't know why they would want to do that, you know, because I've already gone there, already came back and lose and everything. So I guess that's really amazing. So I'm gonna be able to skate for like 30 minutes and then I prepare breakfast, eat, and then I'm gonna have to go back to the city to see the sports council. Check that out. I'll probably be back here by noon, 2 p.m. or something like that, and then I can skate from there on out. I've been avoiding this entire section of the skate park, throughout the entirety of yesterday, and I want to skate it today. I want to do a 50-50 grind here and then just drop. Nothing technical, but I just want to try to skate the big stuff. If I'm being honest, I find this absolutely terrifying, but I find different board absolutely terrifying and we conquered it, so maybe that's something that we can do today. And so we're gonna start out with a baby step and start off by grinding this little ledge as a warm-up first, and then we'll see how quickly we can move up to that. If that happened on the high ledge, I would have died. Let's just move on to the big stuff. So obviously this ledge feels different from the one down there because one, stepping up here is much more terrifying because if I drop to this side, it's pretty high. And secondly, the ledge itself is much higher than the one down there, like the Manipad one. So, oh shoot, that was scary. Olling up on this ledge it's not hard. It's really low. If this was on flat ground, I can nail a 50-50 grind on this every try. But the fact that I'm thinking about falling this way is making it so much scarier that I'm kind of frozen up. And I can't even do the 50-50 on this. Alright, let's try it again. I'm gonna die if I do that. Oh my god. It's getting scarier and scarier. Okay. That is the conclusion of day 2. Even though I didn't get to skate much, it was overall a very adventurous day off camera, and in the short time that I get to skate, I actually overcome one of my bigger fears, which is skating big stuff. I do recognize that most of these obstacles that I pose on myself are not that big of a deal to many people. Compared to my peers, the 50-50 on the ledge that I just did was nothing. But when it comes to street skating, I'm still an absolute beginner and I'm still learning, and I have to be humble and say that this is my level and accept that and keep working to be better at it. Thank you for watching this video. This is part 1 of I spent a week on the skate park. If you want a part 2 of this, drop a like and thank you so much for watching.